Thank you for joining in, Miss Jacobs. Thank you for joining back in. I'm going to try this again. I don't know. I'm having trouble with my internet, so it kind of just went out. Well, I want to thank you for coming back in on this Periscope. If you were on it the first time, and I don't know, I was having trouble with my internet connection, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of recap what I was talking about before my internet went out. Um, I was sharing with everyone that on Saturday I had been seeking God about something in my life that was going on, and I needed a clear answer. I didn't want to make any more decisions on my own without asking God first. And so I prayed Saturday, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I talked to God and I talked to God. And I was like, I just need to be sure that you're sending me what I need. And He did. He gave me exactly what I needed, exactly for that time. Sunday morning, when I woke up, He began to reveal the answer to me. And this morning, one of my best friends came along and she kind of finished what God started. And she didn't even realize that He was using her in that moment. And my thing was, if we're seeking God and we're seeking Him with our whole heart, He's going to answer. If you're seeking Him for something and there's no motives in your heart behind what you're looking for, He's going to give you the answer. And He just kind of blew me away today, because sometimes we go to God and we ask Him for something, or we're seeking Him about a certain situation, and we don't hear Him right away. We think that He's not there. And I know that's been me on many occasions, that I have seek God for something and I didn't hear anything right away. And so I was like, God, are you there? You said if we come to you, if we seek you, then you'll be found. And I know plenty of times I have went and I'm asking God, I need your help. I need you to show me something. And I don't hear anything. Well, most of the time it was because I wasn't really ready to hear it. Excuse me. I may have been saying, Lord, I need you to give me the answer, but I wasn't ready for the answer. So He didn't move. But this time He knew when I went to Him and I was like, Father, I need you to help me, because if you don't help me in this situation, I'm going to make the wrong choice. And being the daddy that He is, and loving me as much as He loves me, and knowing that I was truly seeking Him, He gave me everything I needed for that moment. So my thing to you is, don't go seeking God for an answer and then be mad when He doesn't give you the one that you want. Not only don't be mad, but don't go against the grain of His word. If He's saying, I need you to go this place and not do this, Hey, Linda. And he's telling you to go left and you go right, then you're making the wrong choice. Linda, I'm just going to recap real quick because I was on earlier and my internet went out. But I was sharing with everyone on how I went to God on Saturday night and I was in prayer and I was just talking to him and just telling him that I needed an answer about a situation. And I truly, I was almost in tears at a certain point because I really needed God to guide me. I knew if he didn't guide me, I was going to make the wrong decision. And Sunday morning, he began to reveal the answer to me. And then this morning, he just completely laid it out all on the line for me. I can't even put into words what it felt like just to know that he loves me so much that he immediately began to answer that. Yes, because so many times before I have seeked God on something and I didn't hear anything. Well, I didn't hear anything because I really wasn't ready for the answer that he was going to give me. So he was quiet. Hey, Sarah. But this time, I was seeking him with my whole heart. Like I was in that bed, balled up in a fetal position, like, Lord, if you don't show me, like right now, I promise you, I'm going to make the wrong choice. And Daddy loves us so much that if we just come to him with a pure heart, he'll give us exactly what we need. Yes, girl, I was desperate. I was desperate. I was like, look, you guys know me. I'm like, and this is exactly how I was talking to him. I was like, look, if you don't show me, Lord, like right now, I know I'm going to make the wrong decision. And he immediately answered me. Because I guess he said, okay, this chick with her track record, if I don't tell her or show her, she gonna make a monkey fool out of whatever it is she's asking for. But he was right there. Hey, that's just me. That's how I talk to him. I'm like, look, this is what I need. And I need it right now. If you don't help me right now, Lord, I'm just a monkey fool. It's gonna be a mess. But I mean, I was real. That's where I was. I was desperate. I needed an answer, and he stepped right in and he gave it to me. And then when my friend came along this morning and just confirmed what he was already showing me, it was like, Lord, thank you. I was like, God, before when I came to you, I wasn't ready for what you were going to say. So you didn't say anything. And then I'm looking desperate, like, well, God, do you hear me? Yes, he hears us. But if you're not truly seeking, if you're not truly ready, if you don't want to accept what he's going to say, then you're not going to hear anything. I was ready. I was ready. I was at my wits' ends. I was on the last straw. I was desperate. Yeah, and we don't have to beg. Man, but Linda, you know what? I have asked before, and still in my mind, even when I'm asking, I'm like, Lord, I hope you don't say this, or I hope you don't say that. And well, he just said, I'm not gonna say nothing. And he didn't say anything. So there I was just sitting like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? But this time it was so different. It was different because I really needed it. I wanted it. And when he gave me the answer, I moved. And so many times before in my life, and I'm speaking about me, I didn't wait for God to give me an answer. And I moved when I wasn't supposed to move. I made a choice that I wasn't supposed to make, and it blew up in my face. And then I had to go all the way back, and it was like starting over again because it totally destroyed me. And I'm learning now that you don't move unless God tells you to move. And if He's saying go left, why in the name of God would you go right? That's not what He told you to do. And then we get mad. Who you mad at? You can't be mad at anybody but yourself because God did not give you that direction. And that has been me. That's been the story of my life. Moving. Yes. He is not confused. Now we might be confused. And we'll hear him. No, let me rephrase that. We're not confused. We're disobedient. That's what we are. We're disobedient. Because he'll tell us something, and then we'll go and turn around and do the exact total opposite of what God has told us to do. Then we somewhere looking around with our face in our hands, boohoo crying, looking stupid, mad at God, wondering why we are stuck where we are. But you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. Looking like a monkey fool, crying like a monkey fool, and acting like a monkey fool. Who you gonna blame? You can't blame anybody but yourself because you were disobedient. And that's been me. And I know I've been disobedient. So, today was just amazing for me because it happened so fast. Linda, not you stealing that line. It happened so fast. I mean, like I asked on Saturday, Sunday, I got an answer. Monday, I got a confirmation. And all day today, I've just been on cloud nine, just like, thank you, Lord. Steal that line, honey. I've just been so excited. And this time, I didn't question God. I didn't second guess what He told me to do. I'm just doing it. And I'm okay with the answer that He gave me because I was ready to hear it. We have choices to make. And whatever choice that you decide to make is going to impact your life, either negatively or positively. But if you are being disobedient to what God is telling you to do, understand this. If you don't ever remember anything else that I ever say, remember this. If you continue to be disobedient to God, nothing positive will ever flourish in your life. You are always going to be stuck in a place that you are crying out to Him, trying to figure out how to get out, when He already gave you instruction on how to exit out of your mess. But if you don't take the exit route that He gave you, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. Nobody. You can't blame anybody else but you. So don't be mad at God. Don't be mad at the people around you. Go stand in your bathroom, look in your mirror and say, I was the fool who was disobedient to what God told me to do. So now I have to pay the consequences of the choices that I made because they are choices. And that is something that we have to take responsibility for. We have to be responsible for the choices that we make. Not your mama, because your mama left you, or because your daddy walked out on you, because your grandmama had to raise you. You still had a choice. Those things happen in your life, but you still have a choice on how you are going to live life after those events. You want to be mad at the world and be like, oh, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You can't be mad at the world. A lot of things in my life happened. A lot of issues went on. But what I'm realizing at the age of 42, when I look back, in every situation after all of those events, I had to make a choice. I made the wrong choice and they had a negative impact on my life. But it was a choice that I made. So then I had to dig myself out of those consequences. The things that people do to you do not have to dictate where your life goes. You have a choice to dictate where your life goes, not the events around you. So today, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I mean, I don't even have any more words to say. All I can say is that, Daddy, I love you and I thank you for giving me a clear message on what to do. And now I am making a choice to be obedient to what God said. And I'm going to do exactly what He told me to do. No questions asked. I'm not going to second guess it. He is the bomb.com. I'm not going to second guess. None of that. I'm just going to move. Yes. I mean, girl, he broke that thing. He broke it down so good for me today until it was like, oh, yeah, that's okay, Lord. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do what you said. I hear you plain and clear. There is no second guessing. And now I just have to move. And I know that once I take the step forward in the direction that He told me to go, He's going to work everything else out for me. And I don't have to worry about it. I can give it over to Him and let it go and be okay. I love you guys for joining in. I wasn't going to stay on here long. My internet went out early and I got cut off. And I was like, oh, Lord. Sarah, girl, I was like trying to get back on, and then my internet went down and I couldn't get back on. I was like, devil, you do not want me to get up on here today, but I'm going to keep trying until I get it back. Love you too, Linda. So I thank you guys for joining in. I just wanted to share that with you so quick. It was my internet. My internet went out. I don't know what happened, but I'm here. Yes, Sarah, I know you know all about the internet problems. But it's okay. I was like, you know what? I will keep trying until I get back on. At least somebody will hear what I have to say. So I'm glad you guys were able to join on. And I just wanted to share that with you that we have choices, and it's up to us to make that decision. You know, either be obedient or be disobedient. But if you decide to be disobedient, please don't be mad at the world. Don't be mad at God. You made a choice. So now you got to live with the consequences of your choice. Just like if your mama tell you when you was a child, the stove is on, don't touch that stove. But you decide, oh, I'm going to touch the stove anyway and get your hand burned. Who can you be mad at? She told you not to touch that stove because it was hot. Now you burn. It's the same thing with God. If He tells you that man is not for you, that woman is not for you, but then you decide because your flesh wants that man or that woman and you decide to go be with that man or woman and you get burned, who are you mad at? You can only be mad with you because He clearly told you that ain't for you. But you went there anyway. Now you got your heart all broke. You somewhere sitting around looking depressed and mad at the world. Be mad with you. That's a choice you made. It's all about choices. You go out here and rob a store, you know what the consequences are if you do it, but you decide to do it anyway. Now you're looking at prison time. Who you gonna be mad at? Be mad at you. So this was just a message to say, think about the choices that you make. Are you going to be obedient or are you going to be disobedient? Because whatever decision that you make is going to impact your life. Either it's going to have a negative impact or it's going to have a positive impact. But the choice is up to you. I love you guys. I thank you for joining in, and I will see you on next Monday. Love you. Well, I guess I'm going to get off, Linda. It doesn't look like it wants to disconnect.